Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly and it is lovely to see you today. In this video we are going to be attempting to make a skirt. So this video has been planned for at least a year, if I'm going to be honest, at least a year, that I've been thinking I want to learn to sew and I want to do that content on my channel with you guys. I went to my best friend's house, she helped me make a skirt. You've seen it many times on my Instagram, I wear it constantly, it's my favourite skirt. And then in January I bought this pattern and I'm going to be making this here skirt. This is a McCall's pattern from the Archive collection. This was originally out in 1933, so it's not new, but I think this is a perfect beginner skirt to try, this floral. So I bought myself some thin, it's corduroy, thin needlepoint corduroy, and it has beautiful flowers all over it. And it's in like a wine burgundy colour. It's so pretty. And then to go with that I bought a yellow zip because I thought it would bring out the colours in the flowers that are like yellow, peach and pale pink. So I'm not attempting to hide this zip. I don't know how to do that and I'm not going to push myself too far. But I definitely wanted to start off with a vintage pattern because I wanted to be able to make it and wear it. I didn't want to make something that I wasn't going to wear, and I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to be making like the little belt this time because I have a lot of belts that come with dresses that I buy, or they come from thrift shops and things like that, so I don't see the point in making one. But I think this is a perfect first skirt. What do you think? I'm going to be using a Brother sewing machine that my husband bought me years ago now, probably about 5 or 6 years ago for Christmas. And that year I made a pillowcase with my mum. So it's not been used much, probably once or twice. I'm determined to make at least one thing every month. So in a year's time I will have 12 items that I've made myself for my wardrobe. And I've changed my room around. If I turn you around quickly, you may recognise this side of the room. That's where I used to do my older videos, when I used to do like fandom things, and I don't really do that content anymore. I've flipped it around. The other side of the room is now for crafting and sewing, so let me show you what I've done. So here we have my sewing machine. It's a Brother L5 LS14. It's quite a nice machine for me. There's my pattern. Then down here I have a folder with all my patterns in. It's just knitting patterns at the moment, but it's got my patterns in. I've got a bag to carry my sewing machine in and keep it in. And then over here we have a crafting section. So these are projects that I've bought over the years that I haven't made, with that again it's going to change now. And then in here I have a sewing drawer. It's got all my needles and everything. I'm so lucky because my mother-in-law is actually, she used to be a big sewer and crafter, and she gifted me all these tools, so I haven't had to buy anything, which is so good. Then this is for knitting and crocheting, some jars for spells, some bits. Card making, I love card making. Here's a dog, very interested. Dexter, are you interested in sewing? Yeah. And then down the bottom is my spare wool and a gizmo. Hello geese. Hello. So my two boys are here for moral support. So job number one is definitely to read the pattern. I'm really scared to undo the pattern because my best friend Louise was like, they never go back the same, they never get fit back in the packet. And over here I have some tracing paper, it's really wide, that I ordered. I'll leave links to everything down below, everything that I've bought there'll be links for, so don't worry if you're thinking, well I'd quite like to learn, but you don't know what I've bought, or you'd like to try this pattern. Now you know, it'll all be down there. But let's get it out and have a quick look. Okay, so it's a few days after I was last here, because from the conversation with Louise, hello by the way, I am here. From the conversation with Louise, we discovered that I'd bought the pattern for my dress size, which is a 12, and not for my measurements. So I had to rebuy in the correct size and wait for that to be delivered from where I got it from. So I will leave a link to that down below. But for now, what we're doing is tracing each of the pieces that I need to cut out onto tracing paper. Again, links to everything will be down below in the description. But for now, let's get tracing. Where's the pencil? Then once you've traced over the whole thing, I'll then cut it out and add it to the list of ones that need doing, and so we continue onward. So as I trace out each piece, I'm cutting it out to the right size, ready to be traced onto the fabric. Here's my material and my bits that I've cut out of tracing paper, and now we're going to lay them out and trace them and cut them out. Yee. Hello! So it's the next day and I'm breaking this up into pieces because my fatigue, so I'm doing it in little bits. Yee. Today we are drawing round and cutting out the fabric. my clothing. It's the next day. I'm sat here by my machine. I've no idea how to use it, so we're going to be watching some tutorials in a little bit. I've got all my pieces cut out. They are here with all the patterns with them. I have a box of pins and I have the pattern stuck up on the wall there so I can follow it. We're just going to do our best. This is not a tutorial. I repeat, this is not a tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm really excited to learn, and I often find that if I read about how to do something I haven't got a clue, but if I try it then I usually learn the best. So we're just going to give it a go, but for now let's watch some tutorials, shall we? And I will be back with I'm not going to record myself setting up the machine because that's the thing that's giving me the most anxiety about this whole process. Setting up the machine, I'm gonna give it a quick go and then I'll be back ready to start doing the things. So I'll see you in a bit. Hello, I'm back again. So I've got everything together. I know how to use my machine. Lots of help from Louise and YouTube. Thank you to those. So my first panel is stitched right there. You can see. First bit is stitched, second piece is pinned in place, and we're just going to carry on pinning and stitching. This is not a skirt that has a lot of steps to it, which is why I picked it for my first project. I have sewn before, but I've not ever done like solo projects before. So I'm excited and I hope that it works. And I hope that I have a skirt at the end of it. I'm quite pleased with the way the first panel came together, so let's hope it continues as such. Okay, so the front of the skirt is sewn and I've pressed the seams towards the back. That's how I've seen people do it, so that's how I've done it. So that's the front done. I'm quite pleased with it so far. I think the pattern is gorgeous. I love it so much. So the back is next. I need to sew the two back pieces together up to where the zip needs to go in. Yeah, I've got it all pinned and everything. I shall show you. Gizmo's here, of course, giving me moral support. So here's the back too. I've marked, where's the mark gone? There's the mark. So there's the circle where these are my seam allowance. This one is where I will start sewing and go down so I can put my zip in. So yeah, I've been pressing pieces and pinning them together and all that kind of thing. It is quite scary to do, but I'm really enjoying it, so that's all that matters. Yay! So it was bound to happen. I did something wrong. It's my first time and I'm sure it won't be the last time, but I sewed the sides wrong. So I'm just unpicking, listening to some country music. It's quite relaxing actually, unpicking stitches. Does anybody else find that? If you're sewer person, let me know in the comments. And if you've got any tips or tricks for me in my sewing journey, leave them down in the comments, because I would love to learn and grow and get better and hopefully not do this too often. So it's a little bit afterwards and zip is in. It took me a while to figure out how to take the presser foot off and change it over, and I had to wait for my husband to get home from work, and then I had to cook dinner, and now I'm back. But this is my first zip. It works. I went a bit skew with the first one. If you can see it kind of went a bit, but the second time I did okay. So I think for my first zip, I'm quite pleased with that. I'll definitely get better next time. But for a first zip, I'm quite impressed. Quite pleased with that. I went for a yellow because I know everyone tries to hide their zips, but I thought I'd make it a little part of the skirt design. Yeah. Hello again. It is Sunday today. You'll be seeing this video hopefully tomorrow. It's 11:15. We'll see what time I finish. I'm determined today to have the video made and this project finished because I'm so proud of myself. So this is the front ish. This is the front section sewn together, and then here's the back. I have a zip in. It's a bit wonky, but I'm proud of it anyway. So today I need to close it up so it is one whole skirt and not a cape, although I do love a cape. And I also need to do the waist and hem the bottom, and then I'll be finished. So I'm hoping I can get this project done today. I don't know if it will be possible, but I'm really like fingers and toes crossed that I can get it done. So I've just hemmed the skirt. It's not the greatest hem in the world, you know, but it's not the worst. It's okay, you know, for a first attempt at a full hemline. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with it, you know. It's never going to be perfect. There are little bits already that I'm looking at and going, but I have to say I'm pretty pleased with how this is coming together. I am worrying about the interfacing at the top. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't fully understand it. I'm going to watch some tutorials and stuff, but right now I need to sew the skirt into a skirt, and then I will worry about everything else. I did stop for lunch at one point, but at the moment it is 2:45, so it's taken me about 2 hours thereabouts. I'm covered in bits, so I'm gonna sort out this and then we will worry about the interfacing. So I'm about on the home stretch at the moment with this skirt. I have completely filled it in. It's hemmed and everything, and now I've just pinned the waistband. This is like interfacing that I'm adding. So instead of interfacing, I'm just using another layer of the material to make the waistband. I'm going to measure 1.5 centimeters, sew it round, and then that can flip in and it holds the waistband nice, especially when I hand sew these bits down. I'm really worried about doing this bit. And Louise, my best friend, we've been video calling a lot because I'm just a little bit lost, and she was like, it's the easiest bit, it'll be done in no time. But I'm worried because it's already a circle, see, like it's not a straight line. My anxiety's playing up, can you tell? But I'm just really excited to get this skirt done. and just to prove to myself that I can do this, that I can make my own clothes, because it's something that I've always wanted to do and I've never learnt before because my anxiety's always held me back. It's really exciting and I've really enjoyed these few days just concentrating on sewing. It's been so much fun. I'm gonna sew this waistband. I'm not showing a lot of my sewing on camera because I find when I'm under the pressure of having the camera there, my sewing goes to pot and it ends up all going wrong. Bernadette Banner said this on a recent video. She was talking to somebody and she was like, but you know, as soon as you turn the camera on, you do the worst sewing of your life, and it's kind of true. So that's why I'm not showing you me sewing. When I am more confident with that, I will definitely be showing you my sewing.
One eternity later.
The skirt is finished. I absolutely love the material and I'm so proud of myself for doing this. It took me, all in all, with the pattern cutting out and the sewing it all together and everything, took me about 3 days, which isn't too bad for my first attempt. It is a little bit big on me. I did just measure myself and then follow the pattern that it told me I was that size, so I did that. But I think in future I'm going to try and learn how to like make the pattern fit me rather than just making up the pattern. But for my first attempt I'm really proud of myself, and I hope you'll follow along for future sewing endeavours. I'm hoping to make something new every month or so, so if you enjoy sewing content and vintage fashion and disability and witchcraft and all that kind of thing, don't forget to head down there and hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell, so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I do try my very, very best to be here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, it's not a tutorial, don't learn from me, but I hope you'll follow along as I learn to sew. I'll see you next time. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you have a wicked, wicked week, and yeah, bye. Mwah.